This story's from The Independent. 5 of the world's richest people attended Trump's inauguration. They've lost $209 billion since that day.
One of my favorite sayings recently is, I love this for them.
Yeah.
That's my favorite saying. And I love this for them.
I love
this for them. I'm just so happy that they went in balls deep on Trump at the beginning of the inauguration.
Yep.
And then they just watch. You could just like have a meter on your wall that's just going, just dropping down the whole time. Amazing.
You know, like the thing that they should realize, because any sensible person does, is that allying yourself with Trump is a short-term thing.
Yeah.
There are no long-term alliances with Trump. There are none. He doesn't even have long-term wives, for God's sake, much less friends, much less business. So they got on the side because they thought that's where the train was going to take them, right?
Sure.
So they got on the Trump train because they thought it was going to make them some money. And now they're stuck. And eventually it will fall apart. And they will get the rug pulled out from underneath them. They lost money because the stock market is in fucking absolute chaos right now. And people are looking at these companies and being like, yeah, I don't want to engage that company.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy, like, if I want to buy an electric car, there's a 0% chance I'd buy a Tesla.
Sure, yeah.
I wouldn't buy a used Tesla.
Yeah. I said it a couple weeks ago, where like all the different places that I'm like, I'm not buying from these places anymore. And someone had asked, what happened with McDonald's? McDonald's let Trump in to do a photo op. Now, granted, McDonald's are owned singularly, right, by like a group of like one person.
The franchise, yeah, most of them.
They get to decide if they come in and do these things, but I don't give a shit. Like, it wasn't like McDonald's came out afterwards. I didn't see a statement after them that said, we don't support any candidate.
Right.
I didn't see anything like that. So I presume you do. So from now on, no more of that. I'm never going back. I'll never eat another hamburger at your fucking establishment ever again. And that's okay, because they weren't that good anyway.
They weren't very good.
They weren't very good anyway. It's not like it's a good thing. It was fast, and it sometimes once in a while I would be like, oh, you know what I really like? I want to get like a cinnamon toast bun, which is what essentially all their buns taste like, because they're full of sugar. There's so much goddamn sugar in their buns. So I like once in a while I'd be like, oh man, you know, it sounds good as one of those. Now I'm like, no. I'm good. I'll never have to go there again. And that goes for across the board for all these other places. That Target got screwed because of this thing that they tried to pull with DI.
They're eating shit.
They're eating a ton of it. There's a bunch of people. And I actually went on websites after it was over. I'm like, I'm looking. And there's places, I was telling you over dinner, there's places nearby me that like we used to order from all the time.
Yeah.
And then election season popped up, and we used to get this place that we used to get Reubens from. We used to order a Reuben. You and I would order a Reuben. And it was a solid sandwich. And it was right up the street. So it was nice because it's right up the street, and you just order it, and it's like fast, and it's not fucking sog bread, right? Because whenever you order a thing delivered to your house, it's almost always soggy and not very good.
And especially if you get a Reuben, because it's got that sauerkraut on there.
Yeah, and just like immediately sogs it out. Well, this wouldn't be delivered like that. It would be delivered and you'd be like, oh, it's still kind of crunchy. It was amazing, right?
Yeah,
it was great.
Very good food. Yeah.
After that, I was like, nope, I'm never ordering from them again, because I went down there during election time and every single sign that was there was Republican. And I was like, oh, okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Fuck
you
yourself.
just lost my business.
Yeah.
And they're part of a group of restaurants around here. And I'm not going to any more of those. I'm checking out. I'm making a list and checking it twice.
Yeah, man.
All the time. I'm making a list, checking it twice. And all these companies that are all like part of this, it's like, yeah, man, fuck you all.
Fuck them.
Enjoy losing all the money. I'm never paying for anything no more of your services, no more of your goods, as much as I can.
Yeah, and I think a big part of that you're talking about is that word never.
Yeah.
Like it has to be like, you don't get to take these backsies, this shit.
Yeah, it's just like what we did with Canada.
Right.
Because now they're like never.
Yeah.
Most people up there are like never.
Yeah.
And you're seeing it in tourism. You're seeing it in all these other places. And they're like, never. I'm not coming there again.
What a fucking dumb bridge to burn.
It's such stupid.
We get nothing out of it.
We got nothing out of it. You get nothing out of it except for you are inflating our leader's ego about how tough he is. That's all you got out of it.
Yeah.
What you got out of it was a narrative about a guy you don't care about.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.